So we're at MERCR, and it's our possible catapult project, and we call it AVIS or RVIS. How to pronounce it? It's a Greek god of war. That name's good.
Yeah, so our original design was a catapult that was based on a elastic band that strapped the back of it, the back of the catapult to the front. We had a very cut claw we used, and to pull down the shaft, we had a spindle design. And to keep it on the table, since there was so much force towards the front, we had a bracing that went around the front and the side of the table.
Yep. And so the plank was probably like the hardest part because we had the bungee cord at first, and that was really pulling it up. So in order for us to hold it down, we had to have something pretty strong to hold it down. We had a lot of ideas like trying to stick a rod through it or just trying to find things to hold it down. And eventually we just decided just to put a little plastic thing to hold it down, just locked in place with the motor, and that really stuck.
So the arm shaft and motor system, the arm majorly consisted of all the Tetra pieces that were held onto the frame, that metal rod, and we used these copper spacers to hold it on. We also had a piece of paper that was rubber banded down so that we didn't dent in the crossbeam. And the motor system was a geared spindle, and we had pieced together the strings so it would. There was a lot of torque, so allowed it to pull the whole thing down, even with the immense amount of tension that was created by our So our original ball system was mostly gravity fed back from one of our original pieces here, where it was just going to slide down the ramp, and these here would be pushed down when the head, the cup of the catapult was brought down, and would pull it down, and the ball would fall in. But the problem was it wouldn't come back fast enough, and multiple balls would fall through, and it wouldn't work. We'd lose the rest of our ammunition.
And sometimes it come up fast, like too fast, and just shot every single ball backward and fly back. So, and that is the reason, like, we just focus on the goal, like we rethink the whole thing, like what are we trying to achieve, versus like going for a long distance. But the actual project is we need to shot 3 balls in 5-second interval. If we can't do that, it's the whole point of the project. So we designed the whole thing in one night, and we call it RS2. And then it's a sad day for us to take the whole thing apart and just rebuild it. And so RS2 is basically we combine all the things that we learned previously and just compact it in one single form. And so we will have more pieces to work with it. And yeah, and we focus on the main goal that we can shop it 3 times. And that's what we're going for.
So one of the things we learned from the Ares 1 is when we were having the motors wind back the rope could get caught on the gears and pinched between, because we geared it down to a 6-to-1 ratio, so it had 6 times the power. And that didn't really work well when you had half the rope to extend, but it wants to swing all the way up, so it would probably try to tear itself apart, really. So we geared this one directly, just straight into the motor, and because we're using counterweight for this design rather than a bungee cord, there's a lot less force on it to begin with. And we also attached a weight to the rope near the motor, which, if you picture a fishing reel on a fishing pole, you have that little guide that makes sure the line can go left and right. This acts as one of those to make sure that the rope stays on there. And it acts as a mild counterweight to pull out the slack when you uncoil it.
It's a T-shape that's talking about the counterweight. So when you release the counterweight, we pull it straight down. All right. And so we have less tension on the cord because now we're not going for distance. we have one more extra motor. So now we just fix the whole ball loader problem that we had before, the mechanical one. So we just now use a motor control reloader to reload the ball in our control. And this is the clamp, basically just straight up from RS1. We use it here. But now it works perfectly because these left falls on it. And it's a, wow, okay. But it basically, the first one, the motor will pull the arm down and we'll wait for 2.5 seconds. Then on the clamp, will engage, so we clamp it down. When it engage, the motor will release the cord and the ball loader will load up at the same time. And wait for 2.5 seconds. Then the clamp will release, so it will launch, and the ball loader will reset itself, and the whole process begins again. So, that's it.
Okay, any question? Okay, yep, thank you.
The rope is hitting the paper. The paper
Try it again. It's gonna wiggle it, and then you guys can look at the design that we have stuff. It's hard.
Okay,
Is what it is.
Okay.
can I take? Yeah.
Correct program selected.
Yeah. Like, alright, look.
Okay, let's see.
So basically, we're gonna well, yeah, come together to the set. Yeah, this makes it line. For the right.
That doesn't count as touching.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Keep trying to make it slightly less.
Just put 1 second.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, yeah, it's lined up. Hey Morgan, catch the ball for the test so we can put it right back in.
Well, it's not
Okay,
just
just
anymore.
do it. Just keep continuing. That's fine.
One.
Continue. Do the.
Yeah, we don't need to test it.
Don't put it in.
No.
That was the first hit.
All right, we're landing in the same spot.
How much of a bet's gonna hit the same spot?
All the money.
Ours is
Actually,
most
set the
accurate.
ball down right where this
We
one's
used
gonna
to
land.
put a basket on the ground to launch it in.
Yeah, we were trying to make hoops. But that's the thing that's meant to take the slack out, make it not tangle.
We should have the most accurate.
Yeah, is there an accuracy component? Because we have the farthest shooting counterweight, don't we? Counterweight catapult?
They're very weird.
I mean, we launched it like 6 or 7 times in a row yesterday.
Yeah.
Just skipping the ball in there.
I think the cord just had a weird tension and torqued it rather than.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.